Okay, we now on live in Facebook.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะคุณผู้ฟังทุกท่าน ตอนนี้ ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter กำลังไลฟ์แล้วนะคะ ดีใจมากๆเลยแล้วก็ตื่นเต้นมากๆเลยจริงๆใช่ไหมคะโค้ชหลินวันนี้เป็นโอกาสสำคัญมากๆสำหรับสมาชิก ICF ทุกท่านเลยนะคะ เรากำลังมีกิจกรรมในการแสดงวิสัยทัศน์แนะนำผู้สมัครอ่ารองประธาน ICF ในปีนี้นะคะและที่สำคัญรองประธานในปีนี้นะคะก็จะทำหน้าที่เป็นประธานในปีหน้าใช่ไหมคะวันนี้เซสชั่นจะเป็นอย่างไรบ้างคะพบกับดิฉันนะคะโค้ชหงหยกฉิมพันธ์ประธาน ICF ปี2025นะคะและ
ค่ะแล้ววันนี้หลินมาด้วยนะคะประธาน ICF ปี 2024 ค่ะซึ่งวันนี้นะคะรายการของเราค่ะนอกจากเรามีผู้สมัครPresident elect ทั้งสองท่านซึ่งเป็นสาวสวยนะคะจากสองสัญชาติเลยด้วยตรงนี้นะคะทำให้รายการของเราค่ะต่อจากนี้เราจะลีดรายการ Run to เป็นภาษาอังกฤษทั้งหมดนะคะเอ่อและนอกจากนี้ค่ะเรายังมีแขกผู้มีเกียรติใช่ไหมคะโค้ชพี่หงหยกอี
ใช่
กสอง
เลยค่ะ
ท่านเนาะอ่า
ใช่เลยค่ะขออนุญา
ค่ะ
ตเพิ่มเติมนิดนึงค่ะโค้ชหลินเมื่อสักครู่โค้ชหลินแนะนำว่ามีมีผู้สมัครสาวสวยเนาะสวยอย่างเดียวไม่พอค่ะโค้ชหลินทั้งสวยและก็เก่งด้วยค่ะ
มีเราเป็นโรลโมเดลใช่ไหมคะ
ถูกใจใช่เลยนะคะแล้วก็ที่สำคัญนะคะอย่างที่โค้ชหลินได้แจ้งคุณผู้ฟังทุกๆท่านแล้วนะคะว่าวันนี้นะคะเรามีผู้ดำเนินรายการนะคะพิเศษคนสำคัญนะคะซึ่งเป็นอีก2 บุคคลสำคัญที่สนับสนุน ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter นะคะในการทำงานมาหลายๆปีนะคะและเซสชันวันนี้จะเป็นยังไงบ้างนะคะโค้ชหลิน
ค่ะก็เดี๋ยวเราจะใช้เวลาอยู่กับโค้ชหลินและโค้ชหงหยกอีกสักครู่นะคะเสร็จแล้วเราจะมีเวลาให้กับท่านผู้ชมค่ะได้ฟังวิสัยทัศน์นะคะของโค้ชผู้สมัครของเราทั้งสองท่านโดยที่ทาง Moderator แขกผู้มีเกียรติของเราเนี่ยค่ะก็จะทำการสัมภาษณ์ซักถามนะคะเป็นภาษาอังกฤษเนาะให้ทั้งสองท่านแนะนำตัวก่อนคือวัตถุประสงค์ของการที่พาทั้งสองท่านมาให้ทุกท่านรู้จักอะค่ะ วิสัยทัศน์มีอยู่ในแบบฟอร์มในอีเมลอยู่แล้วนะคะแต่วันเนี้ยเราจะได้เห็นกระบวนการคิดวิธีการพูดการนำเสนอของเอ่อ potential vice president เนาะค่ะของแคนดิเดตทั้งสองท่านว่าแต่ละท่านจะเป็นยังไงนะคะก็เหมือนกับการที่ได้เห็นเราทั้งสองคนคุยกันแบบนี้นะคะค่ะแล้วก็จะใช้เวลาประมาณ45นาทีค่ะจนถึงช่วงเวลา20:30นะคะหลังจากนั้นเราจะเปิดเซสชัน Q&A ให้กับทุกท่าน ทาง Facebook นะคะเขียนคำถามกันเข้ามาเลยว่าท่านอยากทราบหรืออ่าอยากมีข้อมูลตรงไหนเพิ่มเติมหรืออยากให้เขาแชร์ตรงไหนเพิ่มเขียนเข้ามาได้เลยค่ะ
ค่ะและที่สำคัญนะคะในปีนี้พิเศษมากๆเลยสำหรับผู้ที่สมัครเข้ารับเลือกรองประธานมีทั้งโค้ชชาวไทยและก็โค้ชชาวต่างชาติด้วยนะคะที่สนใจอยากมาร่วมสนับสนุน ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter แล้วก็ชุมชนการโค้ชของเรารวมถึงสังคมไทยด้วยนะคะอย่างที่โค้ชหลินได้แจ้งไปแล้วนะคะวันนี้ไม่ต้องกลัวเลยนะคะว่าจะไม่ได้เราจะรำสอง เราจะส่งรายละเอียดที่เป็นภาษาไทยนะคะแล้วก็ภาษาอังกฤษไปให้ทางอีเมลของสมาชิกทุกท่านเพื่อจะได้พิจารณากันแบบชัดๆเลยนะคะถึงคุณสมบัติต่างๆแล้ววันนี้ก็เป็นโอกาสดีที่จะได้เห็นทั้ง2 ท่านนะคะตัวเป็นๆมั่นใจได้เลยว่าไม่ใช่ AI ไม่ใช่หุ่นยนต์นะคะเรามาคุยกันในวันนี้นะคะ
ค่ะแล้วก็อ่าในการรันเซสชันเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะคะก็คือเพื่อวัตถุประสงค์ของความโปร่งใสเนาะเพราะว่าเรามีผู้สมัครอีกหนึ่งท่านที่ไม่ใช่คนไทยเนาะเราก็เลยอยากจะใช้ภาษาที่เป็นสื่อกลางก็คือภาษาอังกฤษนะคะในการที่จะสื่อสารทุกอย่างให้มันตรงกันไม่มีการพูดอะไรที่เป็นสิ่งที่อาจจะทำให้อีกท่านหนึ่งเกิดความเคลือบแคลงสงสัยอย่างเนี้ยค่ะเราก็จะได้ยินสิ่งที่เป็นการสื่อสารทางเดียวตรงกันค่ะ
แล้วก็เป็นการแสดงให้เราได้ให้เห็นว่าเราเป็นเจ้าบ้านที่ดีเนาะพร้อม ให้การต้อนรับกับทุกท่านนะคะด้วยการให้เกียรตินะคะแล้วก็ใช้เป็นภาษาอังกฤษในการสื่อสารในวันนี้นะคะแล้วก็หลายๆ chapter นะคะที่เป็นเพื่อนบ้านของเราเป็นเพื่อนพี่น้องของเราก็จะได้เห็นการพัฒนาการเติบโตของ ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter ด้วยว่าเรากำลัง grow ไปถึง global stage แล้วนะคะ เอาละค่ะตื่นเต้นมากๆคุณผู้ฟังน่าจะกำลังอยากจะลุ้นแล้วว่าเอ๊ะหน้าตาของผู้สมัครเป็นยังไงแล้วก็วิทยากรพิเศษของเราเนี่ยคือใครมาจากไหนนะคะเดี๋ยวเราเข้าสู่เซสชันที่เป็นภาษาอังกฤษกันเลยนะคะโค้ชลิน
ค่ะเราจะต้องพูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษสักหน่อยไหมคะโค้ชลิน
ใช่เลย
เรา
ค่ะ
ก็เขินนะคะ
เขินแล้วเนาะ Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to this exciting ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter Facebook Live event. Tonight is an important event and milestone for our coaching community as we come together, meet and hear from the candidates of the ICF Bangkok President-elect 2025. So let me moment, please. This is the family time. Very thank you for all of us that waiting and participate in this event. So leadership is what drives our community forward. And the leader we choose today will not only serve the vice president in 2025, but will also step up as the president 2026, shaping the future of ICF Bangkok and its impact on the coaching profession. This is your opportunity to get to know the candidates, Coach Kochkorn and Coach Michelle. You will hear their vision, leadership aspirations, and how they plan to contribute to our coaching community. Also, to guide us through this insightful conversation, we are honored to have two esteemed past presidents of ICF Bangkok as our esteemed moderators. Coach Panu Sateinpoch, PCC, President 2016, and Coach Vitawat Kasemvudhi, PCC, President 2020. Their experience and leadership wisdom will help us to uncover the essence of each candidate's vision, and you will know two of candidates. So now let's dive in and make the most of this evening. To continue, I'd like to invite my co-MC, Coach Patteera Wongtheephatam PCC, the immediate past president 2024, to share more about what we can expect from tonight's session.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Hongyok. It's not only about the vision, what they would like to contribute to ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter, and it's also the coach community. It is very phenomenal event that we have the non-Thai coach would like to apply to be the vice president, which means what we are willing to focus is about the diversity. It means coach can be anyone. So when coach can be anyone, it means our coach community can contribute our knowledge, everything that we have into the society more than what we ever done before. That's why this evening it's very good for everyone to open our own visionary. Yeah. So I think it's time. I'm
สวัสดี
really
ครับทุกคน Hi good evening everyone I'm
ส
Coach
วัสดี
Vitawat
ค่ะ
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ It's a pleasure to be here and exciting
I would like to give you a big round of applause, Coach Vitawat and Coach Panu นะคะ I will be leave behind the screen and then both of you will invite คุณ Michelle and Coach Kochkorn นะคะ Okay, I give you the stage.
Thank you very much.
thank you
You're welcome.
and ส
Thank
วัสดี
you
ครับ
very
Coach
much.
Panu สวัสดีครับพี่ปานุครับ
สวัสดีครับ
I like to welcome Michelle and คุณต่าย please come turn on
Yes.
camera. Hi. So
สวัสดี
I'd like
ค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Good evening
Hi, good evening. So really, first of all, I'd like to thank you, both of you, to apply for the job and to apply for the position. Yeah. And it's don't know if you know what you getting yourself into, but it's a good, really good way of expanding coaching community. Yeah. And see, so for person who don't know me, I am Coach Vitawat. I was president of ICF Bangkok Chapter in 2020, and it was an exciting time as well at that time. And so that was a great opportunity and good learning for me at that time. Also, like to introduce Panu, Coach Panu. Can you?
Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. So glad to be here. Some of you may know me, some maybe not yet. So I joined ICF Bangkok Chapter since the beginning, right? And I was president during 2016 and 17 for 2 years. And I'm so glad to see our community growing so fast. And we have more and more foreigner coach joining our chapter. Like today, our candidate also are non-Thai. And I think that show very good diversity. And the same, vice versa, our Thai coach can go anywhere in the world as well. This is the beauty of ICF chapter around the world. Okay, so can start from now.
Sure. And so I really appreciate Coach Panu to be with us. He's like a grandfather of ICF Bangkok, right? And
Thank
so
you.
thank you. And so today is really about getting people to know our two great candidates, Coach Tai and Coach Michelle, and around like because you're choosing to become part of the our vice president, which is next year you will become president of ICF Bangkok, right? And so I'd like to really the first question maybe introduce yourself a little bit to allow people to know you and to so who'd like to go first? Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I was asking, no worries. Okay, so maybe I can start first, and by next question, I would like to try to start first. We can take turns. Yeah. Okay, so my name is Michelle. I'm actually Chinese nationalities. I moved to Thailand in 2019. So, remember the time, which it's a very interesting time right before COVID. So I've been in Thailand for about 5 years. I come here for my job as an international companies in Thailand. As in an international company as a leader, so our company is very much focused on coaching as a leadership. So every manager and every leaders, we use coaching in our daily work. And that's where my passions of coaching comes into place. And I'm starting my coaching, like professional coaching journey also during COVID time when things get difficult. And I think it's important to become even in a difficult time, become a coach and using a coach mentality and mindset. It's crucial to go through these difficult times. And after COVID, I think it's also a good opportunity for me to use the coaching mindset to support the community to even grow further and become more inclusive because the world has been changing so fast in the recent years.
Okay, let's go to Kun Tai.
Okay. สวัสดีค่ะ My name is Tai Kochkorn Sakulisariyaporn ค่ะ Well, be part of the community since I was executive committee for ICF Bangkok during 2021 and 2023 as a communication director. Well, in professional work, my background is in HR, human resources. I was in HR for about 20 plus years. I work in company like P&G, PepsiCo, SCB, or Siam Commercial Bank. And my last position is a chief people officer in Humanica before I left the corporate world. And right now I'm working on my own business as an executive coach and consulting business. Well, in HR, I work in all areas of HR. And the reason I'm so passionate about developing people is when I work in HR, when I set up the development program for them, and then they feel that they are growing, they're developing and they come back to me and say thank you to me. That's really touching my heart at that moment. So that's why I love developing people.
Okay. I was gonna ask both of you, like, what did you like about coaching that drive you to go into this profession and actually now choose to dedicate a major part of your life in ICF Bangkok, right? Maybe I get Kun Tai to answer that first. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think like since starting coaching, I saw a lot of benefit in my life. Like when we were a coach student, we try to coach everyone around us. I think everybody do this, including my husband and my kids. And at least like I saw in my family, like my husband saying, "Oh, you are a better listener. Our relationship is better." Even my kids at that time, they are still in like primary school. And I tell them like, what is coaching? And they come to me and said, "I want you to coach me, mom." And I kind of seeding that like we are a safe space as a coach, not as a mom. Until now, they are growing to be a teenager. So I think like that's seeding like help return to me that they can talk to me in anything as a coach, not as a mom. And apart from that, like I use this as an executive coach. I have a lot of customer who is an executive, and they saw like this coaching is not just development tools, not like other development tools. It's like customized one-on-one coaching, customized tools, and then can also be in a sustainable way, because it's not like other development tools that people tell them to do anything, but this is like they evolve their awareness by themselves. So it will be like more sustained, and they would have a sense that they want to do this by themselves more. Yeah, so I saw the benefit of coaching.
Wow. So it sounds like you got your whole new family through coaching. New husband, new kids, new you, right?
They said like new mom and new wife.
Yeah, new mom and new wife. Yeah. And
that's
also, yeah, that's good. And I like the way that you also apply your coaching into executive coaching in a more customized way. So really thank you for sharing that. Panu, wanting to ask anything further or anything to add?
Yes, okay, we can continue a bit with Kun Tai. With one question I would like to ask you. You choose to be a coach, you see a lot of benefit of coaching, right? And you also attend our SC committee for a couple of years. What is the challenge that you see working for ICF? So the question I will ask Michelle as well, so you can prepare the answer at advance. What is the challenge you see when you join ICF chapter?
As I worked for almost 3 years, well, everybody is now like working in ICF as a volunteer job, which means no paid. So it's mean like we all of us like have to do something else for a living as well, right? I think some of the time we need to focus on the job that paid us rather than like doing non-paid job. But I think like so many people sacrifice for that as well. I saw in many executive committee that like, okay, they try to balance like both as well, because we have a passion, we have our heart that we want to develop this community. So I think like coming here, we need to really balance. So this year I choose to be in the election, because like I think like I'm ready now to balance this, because I know like during like my past time in ICF, like I have to juggling a lot of things. But as now, I'm not working as a full-time employee anymore. I'm working in my own business, so I think I can manage a time better.
Thank you. Thank you. May I pass the same question to Michelle?
Yeah, I'm not a insider as a Kun Tai, right? So, but then I can also provide an external views of what I see as an ICF chapters, Bangkok chapter especially. So I think there's a lot of great work has been already done. I've been seeing so many activities done by the chapters, really engaging communities. I really can benefit for that as well when I see a lot of different topic has been discussed in the community. I don't know what is a challenge. I definitely think timing is a challenge for everybody inside of the community. But if I look into the organizational level, like as an organization, being really focused on what matters the most and prioritize the biggest impact that make the community stronger and make the engagement even further, that's probably will be what I look into. We can do a lot of things, but usually we cannot do a lot of things because of time and energy we have. And how do we really put the most efforts on the most important things that we're all committed to? And probably that will be the priorities or the things that everybody is challenging, but everybody will be working together to achieve that goal together.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please.
So Michelle, I'd like to ask you the same questions about like what brought you into coaching, what you like about coaching or what you love about coaching.
Oh my, it's it's coming from a very interesting story. So as a manager, right? Like I started my manager work probably like 10 plus years back. And then back then in China as a manager, always about telling, right? Always about directive, always about, okay, I told you what to do and I show you what to do. So it's a lot of kind of being a manager. It's traditional concept is that. But then I realized it's not that effective, especially when you tell people and people are not listening, it's not effective at all. Even you have all the good intention and all the good and mindset on the back and say, I want to help you and I want to support you. It was not really working. So that's where coaching comes to my mind and where I start to practicing. So I become more asking rather than telling. That's natural progressing of me being a manager, because I understand as a new generation or next generation of people, they don't want to be tell what to do. They have their own mind, they have their own resources, they have their own way of working. And you have to tap into that. You have to believe they have the resources, they have all they need to become successful. And that's where I find that suddenly the coaching has been clicked to my own goal of supporting people and also my own goal of developing people. It's you need to use the right way to touch people's life and to influence people's life. So that's where it gets into into coaching. I'm not a perfect coach, but I guess what keep me stays in this coaching journey is I really believe people has their own way to become successful in their own way.
Thank you. So as both of you working in corporate before and work as a leader, right? So I will ask this one question, the same for you too. What do you see is the difference between the role of the leader in the business and the role of the leader in chapter? So Michelle, you can go first and then Kun Tai can follow.
The role of the leaders in the company usually have KPIs and stuff, right? We have commercial, we have a lot of commercial responsibilities to carry. So it's really about balance the needs to drive commercial outcome and together with the as the organizational growth. So that's what I see my key roles as the leaders in the organization, how to balance the weight of growth people and also the growth, the business, how these two can support each other and be really effective. As a leader in the ICF, I think it's more around supporting the organization to be successful and supporting the organization to make more contribution to the community. So I would imagine probably less economic or less commercial perspective, but more of organizing and make sure everything is aligned together and make everybody's efforts really counts, really make every people's contribution to the best of what we have. Again, it's an investment and also return on investment. But the investment here are also the contributions and efforts and time of everyone. But I do see the commonalities of two things, because I think in order to be both organization, or in order to be different kind of organization to be successful, as I mentioned, it's really needs to be focused and prioritized, because like there's a story, right? If there's 3 sticks doing things and every stick can be breakable because it's just one stick. But if you combine all these sticks together, 3 sticks together, it's unbreakable and it's stronger and it makes bigger impact. So that's what I think as an organization, what my vision is really to bring everybody. I'm not saying that everybody not together, but really make sure everybody are really focused on one or two things that really matters to everybody, to all of us, and measure that. I mean, for me, measurement is also very, very important, so that we clearly know what's the milestones and what's the key success we're going to drive, and everybody can be celebrating on the success that we have.
Thank you. คุณต่ายครับ please.
Okay. For me, the same aspect as a leader for corporate and like in ICF, the same thing is we are a leader. We need to lead people. We need to use like the management leadership skills. All that we have is the same thing. We have a KPI that we need to meet as well, the same things. In corporate world, that's maybe like commercial KPI, profit, sales, those kind of things. In ICF, we also have a KPI that we need to meet according to like global ICF as well. But the different thing is like how we manage, because like in corporate, everybody will pay it, and you may be laid off because you don't do well. We can just terminate them. But in ICF, the different thing is like nobody get paid, so it's a volunteer job. The way you motivate people who get paid and who are volunteer are totally different. You need to find a way to motivate, to drive, understand them. Some of the time there may be like busy work or even busy personal life as well. How can you motivate people who didn't get paid but they have a heart to work, to continue working and deliver KPI as same as in the corporate?
Thank you ครับ so คุณเอ you have any question?
Sure. Thank you. So that's so I think both of you, like both Kun Tai and Coach Michelle, really understand. I guess it is ICF Bangkok is a volunteer job, right? And so for me, it's really a coaching skill in practice, because you can motivate the whole team, and then also at the same time, how do you engage the whole community in Thailand to really move forward with the whole ICF, with the whole coaching career, right? And so, what is your vision around this for, I guess, this year, next year? How do you see this whole community is moving forward? Maybe first question is, how do you see the community now, and how do you like to move the community forward?
Okay, it should be my turn to answer first.
Sure.
Okay, yes, good.
Okay, well, I think if I were elected, I will not create totally new things. I think we have a lot of best practice already done in ICF Bangkok. Like, so I want to continue those best practice and add on some other things that I can do. Like, for example, what I saw is like the best practice now in ICF Bangkok is like we are knowledge provider for both the coach. We organize event that provide the knowledge, and also CCE, free CCE. And also, we also provide knowledge for other people to know what is ICF coach, how different from other coach. So I better like support and continue doing that. In terms of like supporting coach, not only just the knowledge, but I think like all of the coach, like we become a coach because like some of us, like I think most of us want to make it for a living. So how can we do the business development for coach? How can they have a selling skill, let's say, or marketing skill that like we can really marketize ourselves and our communities. Apart from like, I think what we have done best is also the pro bono event that I want to continue doing that. But like for me, for the pro bono coaching, I even myself, I do pro bono every month. Just I want to do whatever I can do to support the community, to make people know like what is ICF coach. For pro bono coaching with ICF, I think like we have done with many group, like a woman, a teacher, a medical personnel during COVID. So for me, I want to focus more on a young generation, like student in the university, because I think like they need more. It's like a time for them that they need to make big decisions for their life. And apart from that, like they can be our prospect in the future. They can also like refer this to other people, to their friends, what is the benefit of coaching, so they can become like our word of mouth for all this. And the other thing which is we have done very well is about networking among the coach, and also we should do the networking among our prospect customers as well, like HR or executive, and also networking among not only just in Thailand but in ASEAN or in Asia that we can become communities, because I think like most of the many past presidents have starting this networking, overseas networking very well. So I want to continue this. And also another big stakeholder for us is a coach school that I want to give them support, or the support that we can give, being a partner with them. And how can we help the coaching school when there is a new policy or any changes? Like, for example, we have to have new competencies. Like, how can we help them to like make it more understandable, especially like translating into Thai, or even like make it known for other foreign coach as well. What I would like to add on is, I think like nowadays we saw like a lot of technology like AI is coming. I know like some people, even some coach, they train AI to become a coach. How can we shouldn't see it as a competitors, but we should see it as like, how can we leverage it as our partner? Like my husband, he worked very late, like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and he want to talk to someone, and none of us, we asked, I'm sleeping already, right? So he talked to ChatGPT. It's like he's like instant coach right now. So how can we leverage this? Or even like our AI, something like translating, like we have AI translating for YouTube, but actually like this live meeting, we can have a real-time translating just in time as well, something like this. I want to leverage more technology into like helping our coaching.
Oh, sounds like a big team is needed. All right. So there'll be a lot of volunteer coming to help you, right? And so can you talk more around your vision? I'm hearing of many things, right? One of the challenge of coaches or people who become coach is always the business development, how to really earn money from doing coaching. And so you've touched on a good point in around networking with also the buyer of coaches, the companies. And what do you see as a challenge around that?
I think like what we have learned in our coach school is more on coaching skill. Some may touch a bit about like the selling or marketing things, but it's not a big things that like, it's not make us ready to go and sell at once. So I think what I'm doing right now is actually I'm partnering with one of the listed company in Thailand, which they have like 10,000 company as their customers. I want to make like coaching not only like give them a knowledge what is ICF coach, but also make it accessible, approachable for at least like starting from those 10,000 companies around ASEAN. So I think like we can start with this, and then like the business development section, I think we used to do it like we should continue. We can invite our coach who is successful in the business to give us a secret, like telling like what we should do. Or even like I have, because I'm also in the training business, I have many partners who is very good in selling as a trainer of the sellings. So I can invite them to share like, because selling coaching is different from selling things or other service. Like we need to customize the way as well. So I think we can continue our business development program.
Wow, okay. That's a new future, yeah, for coaches to make money. Yeah. And also to add on to the AI coach, I did actually write an AI coach as my twin coach using ChatGPT 4.0. It really works. It's like I was talking to myself. And so I think that it's really it works. It works. Yeah, it works. You just need to train it properly and then it works. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Coach Tai. Thank you for such a big vision for us. And Michelle, the same thing, same questions. What is your vision? How do you see the challenge? And
yeah, I just want to comment it here. There's non-conversation that I have entered into recent days without AI. AI feels like occupy our words. Just a comment there. To the side. So my vision for ICF Bangkok, I think I was thinking about it the other day before I apply for this position, right? So I'm thinking about what could be the next steps if I'm able to get the role, and I want to see it as advance Thailand coaching industry by uniting global expertise with Thai culture wisdom. I actually do see there's a connection between coaching and Thai and cultural wisdom, because it's all incorporates a mindset of being respectful and being also willing to support people. But then also it's important to creating an equal access for transforming coaching to every individual, organization, and community. So inclusive is also part of very important in my mind, in my heart, to say every people, no matter who you are, where you are, you can be accessed to coaching. I'm a very data person because, I'm working for a company that is very, very data driven. So when I look into what's the opportunities for ICF, I was looking into some of the research that ICF has. So one of the examples that I have is for awareness of coaching in Thailand. The awareness is actually a bit lower than global level. We're looking at about 68% versus 73%, about 5% difference. But then if people aware, then a high willingness to consider coaching is very high in Thailand. We're talking about 80% in Thailand versus 66%. So if we increase the awareness of coaching in this industry or in Thailand, then I think the willingness will go higher, and there will be more people who are willing to give coaches as well. So I think there's about 26% of people who are willing to go into coaching versus 70% globally. So if I look into those data, and I want to see what could be the pillars or what could be the strategic pillars that we can create the most successful ICF coaching in Bangkok, maybe 3 things. I will borrow the ICF pillars, right? So membership focus, empowerment, and organizational. For membership, it's more about the awareness, what we were saying, right? How can we increase the awareness to different industries in Thailand? The sessions with Chamber of Commerce, sessions with corporate, and sessions of SMEs. I'm a salespeople, so I know how important to do the networking, and how important to put ourselves out there and say this is available and for everybody to consider. Introducing coaching to build the talents. I think now a lot of corporate, I think their key goal is to getting the talents, right? It's not about getting people. It's more about getting talents that's more effective. Providing trial services so that they know they see the benefits of coaching, and build a leads pool for coaches. So I could, in my mind, imagine us have a pool of enterprises or corporate or SMEs who is willing to try, and then our coach, our member coach, can be accessible to the leads pool whenever there's the possibilities. So that's membership focus. Second is empowerment. Empowerment is more about social impact. That's where I see inclusive in this pillar. Again, partner with global and regional organizations. I know a lot of ICF organizations are very focused on coaching for different groups, especially the marginal groups. Introducing coaching with sustainability, which is a big topic now, inclusive, LGBTQ, or proud groups as well. I think that's also a very important target audience that we have. And also using new technology. So those 3 topics are actually getting into the futures of coaching, and thinking about maybe also it's good to offering on-demand coaching resources, because people are busy, right? When we were busy, then they probably don't have the right time. Say, for example, we're doing this session on the Saturday evening, people might not see them. But then if we do it on demand, probably it's easier for people to get access to all the resources they want to get. Definitely with CCE, continuous education. For organizational, then it's more supporting the coach acceleration. When I was a coach, and when I'm a coach, I'm also looking for all the resources that is out there to be supporting my acceleration to being more stronger as a coach, or step into further into the coach journey. So from membership data, try to understand who are they, and look into the membership surveys and try to understand their needs. Everything for me is starting from customer needs, how to how to be satisfy the customer needs and prioritize the key needs of the member coaches. Look into the opportunities. I think you guys already, ICF already has been doing a lot of great things there, but how to matching the needs together with the activities that we have, the really, being more strengthen that relation, strengthen that engagement. I think that will be the key. Again, it's a lot of good work. Amazing work has been already done by ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter. It's more around streamlining and also make sure, again, the efforts being really focused and really pay off.
So maybe I ask this one last question and then I'll tell it to Panu. I asked Michelle first, then maybe what would be one takeaway for, I guess, for this year as your role of the vice president? Like, what would you like to be remembered by? This is the same question to both Coach Tai and Kun Michelle, right? If there's one thing that people would remember you by for this year, what would that be?
For me, it will be elevation.
Elevation. Well, thank you. Okay, short, simple. Okay. Okay. Kun Tai,
I
what would
always go for simple but easy to remember words.
elevation? Okay.
Okay, just to be specific to our dear coach who are listening right now, I want to make sure that like people know us and people want to pay for us.
No, as in knowing ICF? Or
People know us as an ICF coach and they want to pay for us. So I would like to focus on like business development for all of us.
okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll turn it to Coach
Okay.
Panu.
Thank you. So I'm glad to hear both of you, your vision, everything seem like I also get more energies, right? Because the challenge for us is most of our coach came from where? Came from people who are people, right? Love to help people, love to support others, love to work with people. But most of them have a weak point is turn it to be business. Okay. And this is not only in Thailand, it's globally. I remember when I attend a global meeting, we have to run 2 workshops, teaching coach how to do marketing and also teaching coach how to do selling, right? So as a central body to support our member, do you have any idea to help our member to get more business or move from people alone to be also good people with business sense? I know in the past we did some program, but it seemed like off and on, right? So from this year onward, anything that you think you can help our coach to success more in business?
Okay.
I can come first. Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. I think like when we have a coach with other peer coach, especially new coach, I think everyone has a topic that how can I get paid? Not because I don't want, but it's our mindset that I want to help, but how can I make money for that, right? For me, as I stand for both sides as a service provider on a supply side right now, and earlier as an HR, I was in the demand side who is looking for a coach. So I think I understand like both of the sides. What I can help our coach to doing this business is like, first of all, apart from coaching them, like we need to change mindset that like our job is helping others. It's like doctor, it's like teacher that we help others. They get paid. We deserve to get paid as well because we do something good for other people. But giving them a knowledge on like marketing and selling in a specific way, I can organize this kind of meetings. We can ask like our coach who is successful in business to tell other coach. We can also partner with like some other coach in other countries who is doing this very well. Very well, when I mean like in other countries like Singapore, their coaching business is really in the up level, people know about it a lot. And then what is the secret for them, like, to sell the coaching? And I think for a member, not only just like doing a training, we can do a mentor or coach in this specific topic as well. We can do this. So
Okay,
I
thank
think
you.
Michelle will have like better idea because she's a salesperson.
Okay, your turn, Michelle.
Let's see. So maybe we're coming from my background. It's always about a marketplace. A marketplace is somewhere with demand and supply meets together. Say for example, I'm coming from a travel industry, right? So there's a hotel and there's a travelers. If you want, people come to Thailand, they don't know where to stay. So where they go? They go to a platform to choose what they want to do. And what the hotel come here, or what the hotel here, then when they were saying, okay, I have all these rooms, but I don't have supply. I have supply, but I don't have demand. Like I want to get customer, but I don't know where I can get the customers. So they come to a platform and they put every information they have on the platform to attract customers. We never say one can be one match, right? But then if we have multiple here, we have multiple here, then we have a scalability. So if we have, I don't know, if we have a certain, because if you only have one demand, then the demand is very specific. You need to match with one supply, very, very specific, which is a difficult match. But imagine you have 100 demand, you have 100 supply, then you can create different kind of matching capabilities, because coach can be very different, right? If a person can be coaching for career, can be coaching for life, they would like to coaching for different skills. And then there's a demand as well, where it will be very different. So what I'm thinking is maybe it's more of creating a pool or creating a marketplace for the coaches or for the suppliers to be able to getting their ask, and for the suppliers to be presenting their ideas there, presenting their service there, so that they can match together. And then we can kind of creating a good presentation, right? Like what would be, say, like a hotel in a hotel page, like, okay, what do I have? The pictures, the descriptions, 360, we also can have reviews, so they can select differently. Using technologies is always what I want to see as the next future of ICF coaching. In the future, how we can use technologies to better support us in this journey. So that's one thing. The other thing, to be really honest, I see nowadays as a corporate, coaching can be quite expensive, to be really honest. Like if you do a one-on-one coaching, the money that spends in 1 hour, it's quite a bit of cost. And how can we really amplify that service into one to several, because we're talking about team coaching as well. How can we really spend a certain amount of money, but make the companies or the organizations can make the best money out of it? Could be another thing to discuss, because I can see in this industry or in overall, still not easy. Economy is still unstable. So the companies were still very, very much focused on the cost line of it. So how can we really present not just a coaching service, but maybe also, say, for example, just give an example for my company, our company actually spending a lot of money to training every manager as a coach. So not as coaching them individually, but also more around coaching their managers to be a coach, so that they can sustain their influence in the organization. So thinking along different lines about that, and make sure that we really touch on the organization needs of being more effective and also cost saving.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe one more question from me. If I'm not wrong, last year, we have around 1.9 million company registered last year, right? And active, almost 1 million. It's about 100,000 something, right? But how many coach we have in Thailand? Less than 1,000. Right. So this can be a good challenge. How can we move our maybe even 1,000 coach into those business? It's quite difficult because I know we all volunteer to come to do this work. Some also have another job to do, right? But this year, when you start to become vice president, you have to sacrifice some of your time already. Next year, when you become president, you may need to sacrifice more. Kun A laughing, he know that very well. So, but our mission is to help them to grow the business. The critical thing is we are competitor in terms of business, right? I compete to get customer. I may compete with Michelle, I can compete with Kun Tai or Kun A to get customer. That's normal because we all give the same service. How we can turn that approach to be creating more partner. Because if we can help our member to work together more, I think they have more power to go out and attract all those business. And I think maybe this is another thing that ICF can consider. Then that's the background. Now, the question is, we have that task, we want to move on, we need to help member. How ICF Bangkok Chapter will get the funding. Currently, we had some money rebate from our global membership, right? As a president or even from this year, next year, we need budget to work on. Do you have any ideas that where you're going to get those budget or funding from? Anyone can go first. Yeah, I can go first, please.
Yeah, I can go first. Well, I think that's two questions, right? The first one is around like we are all actually competitors, but seeing the big oceans is out there, like million of companies, but thousands of us. I think like if we can give knowledge to them what is coaching, there a lot more space. We don't have to compete. We should have to hold hand and go together. Like one of the time I got a request from a customer that like we want to have a coach for 30 coachee. We definitely, I only want myself, I cannot do that. So I need to go for other coach as a partner. This could happen like if we can give the knowledge to the company. Like what I'm saying at the beginning that like I'm partnering with one of the listed company. We are actually developing an app for coaching. It's like you go to see doctor online. You can go to see a coach online as well. This could become a marketplace that can match coach a coachee instantly, like just one or two click that you can get a coach. And in because we can do it online, a coach can do like maybe 3-4 coach in half a day, unless unlike like we have to go to the office, right? So this can like help reduce our price in terms of to make it more accessible. So this is like what I'm working with the other company right now. It can be a source of the profit, or it can be a sort of a pro bono, some coaching for needed people as well. But at least like we can let other people know what is exactly ICF coach. Well, to your second question,
Funding.
Yeah, funding. We got some rebate, and also we what we have done is like we organize some events that we might get some, but not a lot. But I think like many people want to, if we make ourselves very well known as a coach organization, many other organizations will want to partner with us. So we can do like a partnership program or sponsorship program. We can do the magnet event that we can draw a lot of sponsorship coming. That could be part of like finding money as well. Yeah.
ดีครับ Michelle?
Depends on what do we want. So, sorry, I mean, it's a good question. I haven't think of that, but then I'm just thinking on the spot. So, I mean, the money that it depends on how big the monies are, right? Like, what do we use those fundings for? Even more the promotion and make sure our platform gets bigger attractions and gets more attentions. I guess that's what the growing part of the business, and then we want to get those fundings for that growing. So in order to funding that growth of the business, I think the foundation is make sure that whoever gets sponsor us, they get the benefits. So they get the benefits of us growing in terms of business. So two things. Sorry, now one thing is, again, marketplace. One thing is the membership, right? How can we make sure the member probably not a good thing to say, but then if the membership can get the benefits from being in this platform, engaged together, so that they can get leads, they can get resources. I guess it's also makes sense to be paid for the leads, or makes sense to be paid for the resources that they have from this organization. So this is one thing. The other thing is the organization. So if the organization can get the benefits of, say, for example, they can use ICF to be accessed to a bigger scale of the training materials, or they can be getting access to a bigger scales of the the other networking opportunities from the in this community. I guess that will be the part the company also wants to be paid for these opportunities. It's not easy, I think, if I look into the Chamber of Commerce in this sense, like what is the benefits of more of this kind of organization to be beneficial from building the network and make sure that people can really learn from that network. I think that's the key. If the benefits are really important to them, they were really willing to pay. Not a big amount, right? If you say, hey, I want to pay for, I mean, I can pay for this event, but then I get access to a certain amount of resources that are out there. Possible. I mean, people would not say it's unfair to pay for joining those events. So I'm more thinking about really giving that benefits of getting the return on investment. If I'm saying, if I go into an event where I can meet 10 suppliers or 50 suppliers, say, for example, I'll be more than happy to pay for those events. So I guess that's where probably can be exploring the fundings and exploring where the money is coming from.
Thank you. Maybe one further question continue on this. If it's not happened yet, if one customer would like to get 30 coach, right? And they don't know who should they contact ICF. They don't contact you this year, they contact us next year when you become president. With 30 coaches, what will you do?
That's where the marketplace looks like. So if we have a database of the coaches that we have, and then we also have a specific the histories or the experience that they have, then we can go back to the suppliers, or get back to the company and say, hey, what exactly you need, what kind of experience you need, what kind of people you need. Do you need what kind of specific coaching that you need? Are you mainly focused on what kind of coachings that you need? So then we can provide the best, because I don't want this to be one-time business. I want the business coming back again and again. So the quality of the service is also very important. So once we get these specifics, then if we have the pool, and then we can then look into all these details of what the experience that they have, what are the specific they have, and then gets those leads to the suppliers. could be more, but I guess transparency is one thing. We really want to be transparent and fair to everybody. And also, if there's too much supplies and then less demand, then there's also a selection process. And we also want to make sure the selection process are fair and transparent to everybody. I think as an organization, it's important that each membership of the organization feel that they're being cared, they're being recognized, they're also being fair treated.
Okay, thank you. Let me hear from Kun Tai first.
Yeah, sure. I have just linked this question to the previous question.
Mhm.
Well, I think like as an ICF, we can non-profit organization, we cannot really recommend anyone directly to that customer because of the transparency, the fairness to any coach, because we don't know which one should be recommend, right? What we can do is like we can ask a coach company, a company that provide coaching business to become our partner or our sponsor, so we can get some money from this, and we can make sure that we like put their logo in our social media. I think like we can do this. We didn't recommend anyone, but us, because like these are our partner, like who sponsor us. So like at least like people have like 4 or 5 companies that they can select it from, apart from Google or ask ChatGPT. I think like people nowadays, if they want something, they go Google or ask ChatGPT anyway. But like if you want to become a trusted partner, let's say, and we don't just like let any company to become our partner, we have to screen, make sure that they pass our quality of coaching as well.
Thank you. So thank you for both of you for the answer. I know it's quite difficult because that involves several things, right? For transparency, conflict of interest. But this is not the question, but just sharing. Look at ICF Bangkok Chapter. Our mission is to draw more members and stay with us more. The member will join and continue with us if they see benefit, right? And opportunity like that, if some customer, because most of the company, they don't know coaching company, they just search in the website, whatever. But the one that they trust most is ICF. If we got that inquiry and we told those customers, okay, we got 300 members living in Thailand, right? And this is where you can go and choose. But also we can communicate to all of our members, okay, we got customer want this kind of service. And what we did, we passed them to choose their own coach through our list or the website, or even go to ICF website. Inside of our members, oh, okay, ICF help me if they choose me, right? But I think right now we don't see that kind of relationship, that because we all have to focus on our work and our own business. I think that role maybe ICF can play more in the future, right? Because I say it because even I left the communication group for quite some time. I still got an email or line come back to me. Oh, where can I find a good coach? Right? Or I want to learn coaching. I contact ICF, it's quiet. All those things. All that inquiry, that's a good opportunity for chapter leadership team to utilize it and help our members to get more visit or something from that. That can be another channel. Okay, this is not question, this is a sharing. Okay. Vinay, you have any question to go?
No, I think I've heard a lot of good things, right? And also a lot of question and answer, good questions and answer. I think we're gonna turn the stage back to Coach Lin and Coach Hongyok. They've got some questions from the audience.
Right.
Also, we've got maybe about 4 or 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So let me invite Coach Lin and Coach Hongyok to come in and ask your questions away.
Thank you
Oh,
very
that-
much.
Yeah, that's one observation from the interview here, right? It's I mean, if you don't have to choose, I would love to have both of you, right, to really join us, right? One is really having I guess a local corporate mindset to really expand the network of coaches for them to be able to step up their business mindset and networking between supply and demands, right? And on the other hand, with Coach Michelle is really going elevate us to global scale and with the platform and the data-driven and more commercial. And so, I mean, if ICF Bangkok is really combining the two, we are going to have an explosive chapter here in Thailand, right? And so, okay, let me turn it to Kun Lin and Kun Hongyok.
Thank you very much, Coach Vitawat and Coach Panu. Bring us to know more about Coach Michelle and Coach Tai Kochkorn for being our president-elect and the next president of 2026. And also, what I see during the interviews is two potential ICF coaches who come to support our community and our society as well. Kun Lin, do you have any more questions that you'd like to ask directly to Michelle and Coach Korn?
Yeah, we have 4-5 minutes left, and there are still 2 questions to ask both of you. Before the question, I would like to say something because I totally feel the same way as Coach Vitawat just mentioned. It's just like we want both of you to work for the chapter. Yeah, because I think it's very difficult for the member now, when they hear both of you, because both of you have truly full set of the knowledge, the willingness to support the community, and your readiness for doing this as well. So thank you so much to dedicate yourself to be here for Bangkok chapter. Okay, anyway, we have the question here. Coach Hongyok, you can help me to read one question, please?
Okay, actually, I think there are so detailed questions that, how can I say, make you use much your brain to answer with strategies, with vision, or something like that. So I skipped that question to another question that very more comfortable and happy with my question. What is the one interesting current initiative of ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter right now that impressed you and why? What is one interesting initiative or event or activity that's impressed you in this current activity of ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter and why? Would you like to go first?
Okay. Well, for me, because like my inspiration is like I want people to develop our own coaching business, right? So I like that business development section that like really help coach, because like we didn't get taught a lot in coach school. There's some, but not enough for us to go out and like get our own business.
Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Michelle.
I was searching because I like the recent one that the ICF Bangkok is just sending out is the gift. I mean, that was when you guys sending out the email, I was like, wow, there's a gift from for ICF Bangkok members. So I think that's where the triggers are, right? Like if I join a chamber, or if I join a chapter, I think I will be very much surprised or very much feel supported. Even there's a gift that is really supporting my coaching journeys. So I think that is a very, very nice present or nice gift to have. And then make sure that we have all these activities lined up for the year, and also all the resources that you could continue with the coaching journey. So I mean, business is good, but everybody knows business is very difficult to get. It takes time, it takes energy to build the business, and it's not like something that you can build overnight. But all these small steps of resources keep on reminding the members that this is something that ICF has available to you, and really make sure that you get the engagement from those benefits and small steps, and that will help him strengthen the community and make sure everybody feels value in this community. So I love that the most.
Thank you very much. See, Coach Lin and any participants right now, see how we can choose the right person. Both of you have many potential and willingness to support our ICF community. So back to Coach Lin, what question would you like to ask?
Oh, before I ask again, I would like to thank you, Coach Vitawat, and also Coach Panu, because those questions came from their experience, all the past experience that they have. So I and Coach Hongyok, we also have the same experience. So it's a very good input from them. So you can prepare yourself what you will need to know up front. And one more thing that I would like to hear from you. What would be your strategy to motivate the volunteer team to work through their heart, not just their head? Because their head is not sustained. Work with heart, it's more sustained for the community. What would be your strategy? You can start, Coach Tai.
Okay ค่ะ well I think like to make us become a team starting from as an HR I normally do like the team building to make sure that people get together, know each other as a person, not as just a title that we have. Along the way, I will do motivate them by recognition, because like we cannot give them a damn, but we can give them some recognition, like let people know like how hard work they are doing, who are the supporter of each event. And then we should have some big event at the end of the year, like to recognize everyone who really contribute to our chapter. Yeah, and apart from that, if I were a leader, I will try to understand each person as an individual, because at some point of the time, as I mentioned, like we might have some busy time, busy work or busy personal life. How can we support each other? Or even if one person cannot do work at a period of time, how can we find some other people, like what we are doing right now, that we have like a member who can like work on any position to help on this. So I think I'll continue with this. And so for me, team building and the recognition is the key.
Thank you. So you will work with them for who you are, not how they do.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Michelle, please.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree. Working with a volunteer team, it's not easy. I guess, for me, passion also not very sustainable, because passion, if you're running out of if you are too much, stress in your daily work, I mean, how much passion you can give to a work that you already have, right? So for me, I think two things maybe. One is impact. The highest impact was the focus work, as I really focus in my beginning already. We can do a lot of things, but personally or in everybody, because we all have our separate job, we cannot do everything. So make sure we all understand what is the most important thing that we need to do, and make sure we make the biggest impact and celebrate for that impact. That's the most important thing. That keep me going. If I doing a lot of things, I don't see the impact, that drains me. So first thing, we make the impact and we celebrate for that impact, and everybody will be happy for it, and that keep us going. Second, really to clarity on the roles and responsibilities. That's my personal learnings, because in the work, was everybody get together, then it was like, okay, this is your job, this is my job. How can we, how can we work together? And then there's a lot of energy also spending in terms of, not clarity of the roles and responsibilities. So, I mean, I don't know the situation. I cannot commenting on it, but I guess it's also very important to get, for me, I will be very clear to say, hey, this is what we do. This is what you do. This is what I do. And let's work together. But I will tell you if I cannot do it. So please also tell me that you cannot do it. Then we can see different ways of doing it. But in the beginning, let's clarify if you have the time and capability to do it in a certain time, and make sure we all deliver towards that. I know it's not easy. It's everybody's busy. I think at least the initial commitment and make sure that we all align on the timelines. It's important for me, and it's also helping people to go through the difficult and unclarity times.
Yeah, thank you so much. You are very open and flexible, and you make it very professional way. You take it professional, and you set this stage on fire. I mean, yeah, the input you just say, it's very good. I can't believe how it's gonna be in the next year when they work with you. This is really new dimension of the committee team. Yeah. Okay, and Coach Hongyok, you have few more questions, right?
Yes, thank you very much, Cotlin. And actually, both of you are very, very active, dynamic, and I really, really eager to work with you, both of you. Really. Okay, so during this journey, during our work for long, like 1 and 2 years, it may have many challenges during the way. And as the volunteer work, right, we not paid, we not be paid. So how would you navigate uncertainties or unexpected challenges during your term, and what you will do, would you use to ensure to continue growth and stability in ICF Bangkok with, oh no, I need to stop right now and I quit because it's volunteer work, right? How you can handle about that?
Maybe I go first. I think Tai has been going first for a few times already. For me, it's like the only thing is not changing is change, right? Have been a lot of changes has been happening. I mean, after COVID, also daily basis, I feel there's always new things coming up. It's always difficult to keep in track. For me, what makes me grounded is there's always a mode of a long-term planning, like 3 years planning. And so even there's people changes, but then we always know how we want to go. And I still believe, even, not me or whoever, we are all part of the journey. We are all part of the community. But what is most important is to make the community stronger and make the community successful. So whenever there's a lot of changes happen, there's always a big, light in the front for us to go ahead, and that is the most important thing. And so what is the guiding principles, and what is the goals that we want to move towards? It's probably not a short term and say, well, we want to increase the membership by what percentage, but what will be a more of a long-term goal we want to reach. Second, it's agile. How can we be agile with all these changes? There are plans. We have step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go to the plan. But then agile, that means if something changes, everybody will be mobilized and everybody will contributing and be a protagonist and say, hey, now things has been changing. What can we do differently? How can we face in those changes? Even we need to change the plan, but then at least if the angles are there and we're happy to change the plan, we're happy to remove a few things to make the space for the new things that's been happening. So agile and being clearly can communicate why we do the change and how we do the change. Probably will be the key things that I will looking into for the organization. It's my personal experience. And I also hoping that experience can help in the organization.
Wow, that's really totally great. I will not recap because it's totally clear for your answer. So bring you Coach Tai to answer this question.
Okay, well, I think the key is be open. I open to others committee. Also, it could be a safe space for them to open as well in a stage of life that 3 years. It's not like constant, definitely it will be some change. The certain thing is a change, as Michelle said. The other thing is like, I think I'll try to use organization to as much as possible. Like when I was a committee last time, I implemented the orientation program for the new committee. This time when you talk about how can we make sure that it's sustained in a way that like we can continue, it's like we can continue our business, let's say. I want to do the successor program as in the organization. I know we don't have luxury of people that like we can choose anyone from a lot of people, but at least like if we can plan the successor for each key position, or we can think of like president for the next year and we can groom them to become a president. It will be a lot of benefit if you can become a committee before, right? Because you know the system, you will know the people, you have a network. Like if we want to do that, like I can develop the successor program. That's my consulting job anyway, like to doing like some HR stuff in this. Developing successor, looking for talent, invite them, persuade them to join. Some maybe start with small thing, and if they see like this is the benefit, there's a lot of benefit for being a committee, as we know, right? And if like people seeing that like from small things, they can become a bigger contributor for bigger things.
Okay, thank you very much. Coach Lin, do you have any more question before my last question is, if you are not elected, would you be willing to join the community to support ICF Bangkok? This is my last question, but before that, do you have any question, Coach Lin? Unmute, you are muted.
I like your question, and I don't have any more question here.
Okay, so back to you, two stunning candidates tonight.
Yeah, I think we discussed this before, Coach Hongyok. You asked me earlier, and I said yes, definitely, I would like to contribute. Well, in the past 2 years, that like I didn't be in the committee of ICF because I have like my family issues, but now it has been solved, and I'm ready to go back and support in any way that I can support, whether or not I will become a president.
Okay, and what about you, Michelle?
I'm happy to serve. That's why I'm joining here.
We are very happy to have you to have
No,
you
it's my
both.
pleasure. I mean, I my passion is coaching, and I always also helping people, helping organizations is also one of my passions. I definitely think with a bit of inclusive or different perspective, we're helping the organization to be more looking into things from different perspective, and also having a more diversified and more vibrant culture. So happy to help.
Yeah, we are also very happy to hear that you utilize coaching in your corporate organization and also your life, and would like to support our society by coaching as well. Okay, Coach Panu and Coach P. Vitawat, would you like to conclude? How do you feel in this session and how beautiful it is during this session? It's not the competition. It's like we are supporting each other and our society.
May I go first? Sorry. I'm so glad to see both of you step in and apply to help, right? Because we need more. Only one thing that I want to leave with both of you, the key competency as a leader of ICF right, that I would like you to consider is the influencing without authority. Okay, you may heard or not heard, or you may have this competency, I don't know. Influencing without authority. That will be your key competency for this role. You already have, it's great, but not enough. You need more, I'm sure, right? If you don't have it yet, so try to build it. That will help you to go through this role in the future. That's from me. Thank you.
Wow.
I totally agree with Coach Panu. That's ICF Bangkok chapter. I guess any chapters around the world, it is a really a great space to really enhance our ability to influence other people without authority. That's really I confirm that. I confirm that. Yes. And I don't have any questions. Just want to acknowledge both of you actually, Kun Tai and Kun Michelle to it takes a lot of courage. You know, there's many hundreds of coaches in Thailand, right? Both Thai and non-Thai, but only you two applied, right? So it takes a lot of courage to really stand up and really apply for this and go through all the steps to become a volunteer, not paid, and spend a lot of your time in really growing this fulfilling industry where people get to help each other, to help people grow. And really the main reward is fulfillment. Yeah, the fulfillment. So thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now we are going to, Colin, do you have any more things to add?
No, I also just want to say thank you for both of you. It's my honor to be here. Actually, I am very glad for the ICF Bangkok membership in the future because we have two great coaches here that would like to dedicate themselves, their all experience they will share to our membership. I'm glad for them. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So today is the time flies very quickly. One more opportunity for you that we bring. You can communicate directly to our members who are listening our session right now. One last thing that you like to tell them, inform them, influence them. Okay.
Would you like to go first?
Okay, I can go first. Whether or not I will be elected as a president, I'll definitely serve for Bangkok, and I would like to invite other coaches who never try. Let's do this together. We can serve our community together.
Let's make Bangkok Chapter a regional leader for innovation and inclusivity and make it together as the best community ever.
Thank you very much for both of you. Okay, what an inspiring evening we have, hearing the powerful visions from our candidates who are already ready to step up and lead ICF Bangkok into the future. Tonight's session is not just about choosing our next leader. It's about the collective power of our community to shape the future together. Every vote counts, and your voice matters in supporting the sustainable growth of ICF Bangkok. So shout out to our members to click the vote. We will send you again the ballot link. So before we close, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to our incredible moderators tonight, Coach Panu Sateinpoch, PCC, our President 2016 to 2018, and Coach Vitawat Kasemvudhi, the President 2020. Your dedication, leadership, and collaboration to support ICF Bangkok truly matter and embody the spirit of this community. It is very kind collaboration. So at ICF Bangkok, we welcome everyone to contribute engage to elevate our coaching community together. Because when we stand united in our mission together, we don't just grow as coaches, but we create the powerful impact on individuals, organizations, and society. Together, we can move the world forward. Thank you very much for this
Thank
session.
you for the session, for the nice words. Really, the pressure is mine. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you
We
very
Thank
much.
say
you.
goodbye to the audience from Facebook, and we will close the live. Is that right?
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you for reminding that, Coach Lin.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and goodbye for tonight.